Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now you clicked on this video because of the title, of course. You want to know how you can make 10,000 followers or how to get 10,000 followers in one day. Making them would be one way, actually.
That would probably be easier.
Now the topic for this video was actually inspired by a conversation I had, which was actually part of a content briefing for a discussion I was invited to by Meta Elevate. So for those who don't know what Meta Elevate is, you all know what Meta is. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all the stuff, right? All the things, Messenger, all the things. Meta Elevate is a program under Meta that is specifically dedicated to helping Black and Latinx and Hispanic creators and business owners absolutely kill it on social media with their digital marketing skills, and also just, really amplify their brand and the work that they're doing so they can continue to succeed. So I'll be doing a conversation with them, which I'm super excited about. It's going to be in their Elevate group. I'll drop a link to that below so you can actually check it out. But the conversation wasn't about how to go viral, but we were talking about questions that people might ask in this. Yes. And one of them is, that's one that we brought up because that is something that consistently comes up. Which really inspired us, because we're like, that's all the time. That's something that we get. So let's drop it in a video for those who might not join the actual event. I don't even know how deep we'd go into it there. It's really just if somebody asks, but thought it'd be worth talking about. So let's talk about how to, get so many followers in one day.
And what's the answer?
You can't. You can't, and you shouldn't want to. Yeah, we know it might drop off here. I'm actually going to look and see on the actual... But hold on. Let us tell you why, okay?
Hear us out for
But I am curious to see if the video, audience retention is just right there at 1 minute. But you shouldn't want it, and that's what we want to talk about with you all today, because we want to know, first of all, and please put this in the comments, why do you want to get 10,000 followers in one day?
Yes.
Or why do you just want 10,000 followers?
Absolutely. It's a very interesting phenomenon. Once again, it's one of those things that people comment and ask a lot, how to get followers. Is there anything people seem to care about aside from getting views? Really sort of hand in hand. Yeah. So it's this sort of inherent obsession with, I guess it's sort of the metric, the vanity metric as such, but still a metric that you can, feel like you've achieved something with all the work you're putting into social. So I do understand that part. Yeah. But the fact that you guys clicked on this particular video without knowing that this was the topic.
And I'm just hoping some of you just know us, so you're clicking to watch because you watch. So what's up, YouTube fam? That's the YouTube family.
What up, y'all?
Shout you out.
And if you're new, it's highly likely that this isn't the first video with a similar title. Because
and I feel like it's more aggressive than ever.
There's a few accounts and
it's not possible, okay? Because I always go because I'm nosy. So I'm like, 10,000 followers in a day. It's just the same stuff that we're saying that you can do, which is just the general, tactics that you can use to gain awareness, to increase your engagement. Right. But it's not going to get you something so fast in such a short period of time. And it's important that it doesn't, because do you even know what to do with 10,000 people if they came your way?
That is such... We talk about that a lot.
Yeah. It's the same thing. It's literally the same as musicians. It's the Cardi B principle. There's the Cardi B who does it well. And then there was the 80,000 other one-hit wonders that you've heard about that only got the one hit because they didn't know what to do with all the attention.
Exactly. So people aren't prepared for it, first and foremost. And from what we could think, we were having a bit of a chat about this over the weekend, and we were like, what are the ways that this could even happen? So one way is that you buy them. You buy 10,000 followers, and they're not followers.
They're pointless. They're just bots. They're not going to care. They're not going to do any of the things that you need to do. They're not going to help you grow your business because they aren't real people who can purchase from you, and they're not going to help you be a better influencer or creator because all the brands can see when you buy that. It's so easy. We've been running influencer campaigns for over 8 years.
Basically,
since 2016. Yep. So we've been doing it for a really long time, and it's very easy to tell when someone buys followers.
Extremely. Mm-hmm. And then the other way is by going viral, which you can't really plan. You sort of can, maybe, if you sort of finesse it, but for the most part, for people who are watching, most people who watch us here are entrepreneurs, small business owners, or creators who are just trying to, build something for themselves. there's accounts that intentionally go viral, but those are usually like memes or
like technically, yeah, Mr.
other
Liver
things that
King.
are-
What was his name? Liver King?
Just Liver
Like
King,
he had a plan, which was like
To
some
go
guy
viral.
who actually was a fraud in the end and was like basically taking enhancements, but said he wasn't, and then he went viral, and that was
Yes.
like actually the plan, which is like pumping out so much content
Yes.
as you can. Or like there could be a Mr. Beast who's like so specific and meticulous, but he's also creating such a high quality product,
And
so he
investing a lot of
knows now
money.
and investing so much money into going viral, but he knows what to do with
Yes.
that virality, right? But what did it take? Time.
There's almost no substitute for time that
No.
we can really think of to get that authentic community. The other thing is that, and I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if it's because like maybe I'm not 20 or whatever, and a lot of people seem to want everything now.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like an old dude saying that about the kids, but usually the things, you're not going to build a house like in a week. Like you have to lay a foundation, and that applies
Foundation.
to everything in life.
Yeah.
So having that foundation, you learn all. It's not even just that; it's the lessons along the way too.
Yes.
So you're going to have issues. You're going to
It's
have
the process too.
the process, and it's the journey. What's that thing? Like it's not the destination; it's the journey.
Yeah,
or
it's not the destination, it's the
whatever.
journey. Yeah, because the journey is what makes you better. So actually
it.
having that
Yes.
process and learning, and I've seen people who go viral and they like are having breakdowns because they don't even know what to do with the virality on the other side. It's
Yes.
like something happened in a fluke and you don't know, and that's because you didn't become the person or put forth the process to accommodate of something at scale.
Yes.
That's why businesses break.
Yes.
Because they grow so fast that they actually don't know what to do when all that interest comes, and then they can't serve their customers, they slip on customer service, all of these things. It's the same thing as if you went viral today on your post. What's your follow-up post going to be like?
Yeah.
What's your sales funnel?
Yeah.
How are you
What's
going
your
to lead
plan?
people to lead people to your money? Or like, how are you going to get brands to be interested in you? Is your kit set up? Have you built that relationship? What's likely going to happen is you go viral on one post and you wouldn't know how to follow up with the second post, and then you will immediately,
It'll all fizzle out.
Yeah.
And it'll be for nothing. And that's what people kind of forget. And you're right, businesses break. And even we have a non-profit that we run, and we've been very intentional about we had some opportunities where we could have got a lot more exposure, but we don't have the foundation there.
Yeah.
So if something really blew, we're not going to have the money to support the people that
with like
the
such a
nonprofits
large
for.
increase, of interest,
and then the manpower to actually physically run the thing.
Yeah.
Like we don't have that, and the mission is important. So it's like either we could do something and roll the dice and see what happens, or we could be a little smarter about it and make
do it
sure
right.
that we're doing it right. And that's what people really don't understand. I really feel like there's this obsession. The obsession with that also comes along with verification. Like I don't even think people know why they want verification sometimes.
That's true. So that's something you also have to think about. as
Yeah,
well.
like they want
It's vanity again.
It's all vanity,
Yeah.
and it's sort of like whilst it's cool. And the example that we were talking about when we were sort of like hashing out this video,
Mm-hmm.
well, like this YouTube channel we built subscriber by subscriber. We have at the time of shooting about 41,000 of you wonderful human beings across the world who have bothered to click subscribe, and that doesn't even count the people who actually just watch and don't subscribe.
Yeah.
If you think about that, that's a stadium. Like if
Yeah.
we went to a stadium and there's 41,000 people, like that'd be
That's
a Drake
a lot
show.
of people.
I even think
Yeah,
that
I
don't even
didn't
know if
know.
it fits 40,000 at Scotiabank in Toronto.
I don't even know, but that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
people. So if you've got 1,000 people following you,
Even 100.
even
You
100.
could not fit 100 people. If 100 people, most people, I'm saying,
Most
like, I
people.
guess you could fit 100 people into a house. But I'm saying, like,
Not
100
comfortably.
people, not comfortably. So 100 people in your room, in your apartment, in your house, coming to and be like, hey, I'm so interested in you. Hey, I'd like to talk to you. Hey, I want to like whatever you're doing. That's incredible. That is so many people, and they are people. That's what matters. So
Yeah,
it's like
real
you need to be
humans.
focusing on the humans, the
Yeah.
real people who are interested in you and whatever you're offering and have given you their time and
Yeah.
their attention, which is like so strange to get attention these days. So the fact that someone wants to do that is incredible enough.
Yes.
And should be like cherished and valued, and you should value those people.
yes.
And that's why you're go
No,
ahead.
no, no,
But
that's
that's why your focus shouldn't be on the number.
Exactly. The number is sort of become a part of the culture, and everyone's looking at everybody else, and particularly celebrities or people who already have a lot of followers and wanting to be like that because they think that's the only path to any sort of success, not realizing that like you could go and buy all these followers or have all of this, but how many people actually take action on any of the things that they're doing? A lot of even the celebrities have bought followers.
Yeah.
And that's been caught. There was, I think a few years ago,
There was
they
the
took
big
them
like
away.
like
YouTube
Armageddon
subs- yeah.
of like subscribers and followers and stuff like that. And even in the end, they can kind of get away more with that because they're already so huge and they're already out there, and they have a team of people who are going to help them manage whatever fame comes their
there's
way.
that.
And that's the big part of it. You need to build the systems and processes that will allow you to actually succeed, which comes with time.
Yeah.
And that means like figuring out what doesn't work and what does work, so that when something hits, you know exactly how to follow up on something. You know, that's what you need to do.
Yes.
And when you think about money, even, you know, we all want to be abundant to whatever extent that we want, whatever wealth goals and financial goals we have. Even to be a billionaire, you have to be the person who can have $1 billion. That's why lottery winners often lose. Right? Like that's why they lose in the end, because they don't know how to manage the money.
Yeah.
So if you're the type of person who already is great with money, then when you duplicate and you multiply, you're just applying the same process. Nothing changes.
Right.
Having 20,000 followers in one day, 10,000 followers, which we'll reiterate, you cannot get. And those videos or anyone telling you that is lying to you.
Yeah.
But doing that, like what you really need to think, that's what we want you to take away what would I do with them?
Yeah.
What would I immediately do with that? How would I even capitalize on that number, or would I let it fizzle out because I couldn't follow it up?
Exactly. The lottery winner is the best example, I think, of that. It's like, you know, someone going from zero to $1 million, and it's the same thing. If you had 100 followers, now you got 10,100 followers. Like, what are you going to do with that? You won't know, because you didn't really like earn it.
Yeah.
And you didn't follow that journey to figure it all out. And it's disappointing to us, to be honest, that there's videos that exist with these.
Because it makes people
topic.
think like cheap tricks.
It's
It's
cheap
always
and
been the
hacky
same.
and-
It's so funny. Like it's always the same, right? Like nothing comes easy. That's fine. It's okay, because that's what separates people, you know, and that's what's going to separate you from others, because you're going to work harder, and then
it.
you're really going to deserve it, and you're going to know how to handle it when you get it. That's what
Yeah.
separates you from other people. That's a good thing. And then like just the cheap tricks has just always been a thing. Like cheap weight loss drugs, there's always
There's always
that
something,
thing, right?
whatever
And
it
it's
is.
shady for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. So it's something that we would encourage you guys to sort of, you know, if you are watching those type of videos, like look at them and really think, like, is this what I want, or is this even possible?
Yeah.
And I think they probably catch a lot of people who are newer maybe and don't really have the knowledge of how this thing works, so they just think, oh, 10,000 a day, let's go. That's
Yeah.
what I need to do. So it's, you know, just be conscious of the information that you're taking in and the approach to your business and the everything that you're creating, and just make sure that it's just authentic and that it's real and that it's like something that you can be proud of, rather than this real cheap. Everything just does. Cheap is probably the best
Yeah,
way. It
cheap
just
and
feels,
easy and quick, yeah.
And nothing that, I don't know, I'm in my early 40s right now. Nothing I've ever done in my life has been cheap, easy, or quick. That's worth doing.
Yeah, that's
That's
fair.
worth doing.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's just part of life and just how it is. And it's just, I think just the culture of the now has got us thinking that. So I get it. But, you know, hopefully take your time, and hopefully something, you know, this would maybe get you thinking a little bit more about your approach to your business and what this all means.
Exactly. Trust the process, trust the journey, embrace it. It's a beautiful thing. Like a lot of things have come to us just from really hard work and grit and determination.
Yeah.
And you can look at somebody who can go viral and get 1 million views in 1 week or something like that, and you're like, oh man, but in the end it's like everything we're doing is beautiful. We built a beautiful community, and like we wouldn't be able to like probably create as many videos as required to sustain something that's happening that fast. You know what I mean? We also have a full agency to run. So like if something just happened immediately, maybe we wouldn't be prepared. We wouldn't have been prepared back then. Probably we're prepared now because we have editors and things like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, everything comes in its own time, and that's a good thing. So embrace the journey, our friends. I know this was not the video you were hoping for, but you shouldn't have been hoping for it anyways. Okay? That's the whole point. So if you want real sustainable growth strategies, because growth is a metric of performance, not for vanity, but for performance, check out the videos that we're going to leave here for you. Thanks for coming back to watch another video. We will see you in the next one. Peace and love.